Praise be Jesus and Mary. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. It is better for you to enter into life maimed than with 2 hands to go into Gehenna, into the unquenchable fire. In today's gospel passage from Mark chapter 9, Jesus uses very forceful language to communicate a most valuable lesson. We must value our souls and eternal life with God in heaven above all else, and avoid anything that could separate us from that supreme goal. The only thing that can keep us from our ultimate end and only purpose of existence, heaven, is sin, specifically mortal sin, serious, unrepentant sin, which deprives the soul of sanctifying grace. And though venial sin does not separate us from God, it can, if left unchecked, lead to mortal sin. We can never afford, therefore, to make a truce or a compromise with sin, be it mortal or venial, but rather be at war with sin, to the death. Not only must we avoid sin, but all proximate or near occasions of sin as much as possible. Near occasions of sin are any person, place, or thing that influences a person, to sin. A sin that person might be particularly prone to. For example, someone who's had a history of alcoholism, would prudently avoid the occasion of sin of going to the bar or to the liquor store. An avid gambler who doesn't know just when to stop, must avoid going to the casino. And nowadays, the internet is a huge occasion of sin for many people, with the overwhelming amount of dangers against chastity, indecency and pornography. A sensible Christian who takes his salvation and sanctification seriously will not expose his soul to such dangers of his own accord, but avoid them as much as possible at all costs. There's much truth in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. Just being away from the occasions of sin is like winning half the battle. One of the best strategies to avoid sin is simply to flee them. As St. Jerome said, "I flee lest I be overcome." So just avoiding the occasions of sin is a major victory in the Christian life. So identify the occasions of sin in your own life, that person, place, or thing that could influence you to sin, and avoid it, flee it, and thereby spare yourself of the very worst thing that could happen to you, fall into sin. And do so today. As the wise man instructs us in today's first reading from Sirach chapter 5, of forgiveness be not overconfident, adding sin upon sin. Say not, great is his mercy, my many sins he will forgive. For mercy and anger alike are with him. Upon the wicked alights his wrath. Delay not your conversion to the Lord, put it not off from day to day. Praise be Jesus and Mary, now and forever.